You are lying on your side, curled beneath the weight of the quilt, a quiet shape in the dark where breath meets stillness. You feel the soft give of the mattress under you, the slight pressure at your shoulders and hips, the way your spine settles into its own familiar curve. The air is cool against your skin, but not cold. Just enough to remind you that you're here, that you're warm in this moment, even if you're not yet sure how long it will last. Your eyes are closed, but they don't need to see anything anymore. You've stopped trying to fix the world or make sense of it. Not tonight. Tonight's reflection is a simplified interpretation offered for rest, not an authoritative account of philosophy. There is no instruction to follow, no checklist, no way to get better at being uncertain. The only thing required of you right now is this: that you stay exactly where you are, in your body, in your breath, in the quiet between thoughts. You don't need answers for what might come next. No explanation needed, no prediction, no plan. Just the fact that you're here, breathing, present enough to feel the shift of fabric across your ribs as you inhale. The silence isn't empty, it's full of things unsaid, of paths unchosen, of decisions not yet made, of moments already past and never spoken about. It's full because it contains all that hasn't happened yet, even though nothing is pressing against you right now. There is no urgency, no demand to be ready or prepared. You don't have to decide what the future means or how to fit into it. You can just lie here, feeling the slow rise and fall of your chest without needing to name why. You are not being asked to believe anything about time or chance, or whether meaning is hidden somewhere beyond this moment. You're only being asked to allow yourself to be in a space where things don't have to make sense. Where uncertainty isn't a problem to solve, but an atmosphere you can move through, like air passing over skin. Let go of the need to grasp what's coming, whether it's joy or loss, clarity or confusion, connection or distance. It doesn't matter if you know any of that ahead of time. What matters is this: right now, your breath is steady and your body is supported. The quilt holds you like a memory of safety, like something that remembers how to keep you warm even when you forget why. You don't need to answer the question of whether life has purpose or if it's all just noise in the dark. That thought doesn't have to be resolved tonight or ever. You can let it float beside you, not as a burden, but as part of the air itself, something that exists without needing your permission to be there. Let your mind wander through possibilities, not to choose one, not to prepare for any, just to notice how they drift like leaves on water. Whether the door is locked or open doesn't matter in this moment. What matters is the way your fingers rest near your hip, the soft pressure of your forearm against the quilt, the quiet hum of the room that isn't a sound but a presence. You are not expected to find peace in any grand revelation. You don't need to feel lighter or more certain than you do right now. The only thing needed is this: attention to what's already here. Not for a reason, not for progress. Just because it is possible, even in the dark, to be aware without needing to fix. There are no rules about how long your thoughts can stay with one idea. You don't have to move on when you're not ready. You can linger in uncertainty as if it were a room you've been invited into, not a place you need to escape from. The space between thoughts isn't nothing. It's where everything lives unspoken. Let the mind rest in its own rhythm. Let it drift through what might be or never be. You don't have to agree with any of it. You don't have to believe it makes sense. Just let it pass, like a shadow across your inner sky. Your breath is still moving, in and out, not fast, not slow, just steady. The way the air fills you isn't urgent, doesn't demand anything. It simply arrives. And when it leaves, it returns again without apology, without ceremony. You are allowed to stop trying to understand why things happen the way they do. You don't have to know if your choices matter, or if chance is real, or if any pattern exists beneath the surface of events. Whether you're on a path or lost doesn't change this. That you are here now, in your body, with nothing required except feeling. The quilt folds over your shoulder, like an old friend who knows how to stay quiet when words aren't enough. It keeps your warmth close without needing to explain why it does. You don't need to earn its care or justify being under it. It's there because that's what quilts do. They hold, they gather heat, they remember the shape of someone resting. Let your awareness drop down from thoughts about meaning and freedom and time into something smaller. The way the fabric feels against your cheek when you shift slightly. The softness isn't just texture, it's a kind of presence. A quiet touch that says you are here, even if only in this moment. Let go of needing to know what tomorrow will bring, whether it is bright or dim, familiar or strange. None of that changes how your body lies right now. Your weight settles into the bed, not with resistance, but with acceptance. Not because you've figured anything out, but simply because you're allowing yourself to be where you are. There's no requirement to fix the silence between thoughts. No need to fill it with something louder or more certain. The quiet isn't a lack. It's an invitation to stay, to listen, to feel the space that exists before meaning is assigned. You don't have to choose one interpretation over another, not even if you think there are many possible truths. You can hold them all at once without needing to decide which one is real. The future isn't a single thing waiting behind a door. It's multiple doors, each with its own potential sound when opened, and none of them need your permission to exist. Even the idea that some things might never be known doesn't have to feel like loss. It can just be part of the landscape, like fog over hills you'll never walk through. You don't need to see what's beyond it to know the ground beneath your feet is solid. Your breath continues, not in rhythm with anything else, not trying to match a pace or follow a rule. It moves on its own, in and out, no effort required. The air flows into you without asking permission, leaves without explanation. That's how it works. No need for understanding. Let the larger questions stay where they are, drifting just outside your focus, not demanding anything of you. You don't have to wrestle with them or solve them. They can be part of the dark space around you, like stars that don't burn but simply exist. Their presence isn't a command. It's only light. You're not being asked to believe in certainty, not even for 1 second. You're only being invited to notice how much is already true without needing to prove it. Your body here, the quilt above you, the air moving through your lungs, the space between thoughts that isn't empty, but full of possibility. Let each idea settle before letting another form. Let them come and go like clouds passing over a field. You don't have to catch any of them. You just need to be where they pass through, aware enough to feel their shadow fall across your mind. Then let it fade without following. Your skin is warm in places, cool in others. The air brushes against you gently, not pressing, not claiming anything. It's just there, the same way your breath is there, the same way the weight of the quilt is there. All part of what you're allowed to feel right now. The simple fact of being present. You don't need to hold on to the shape of your thinking just because it's familiar. The way you've been leaning into certain patterns, how the mind loops back, how it settles on one possibility like a bird finding its perch, doesn't mean those are the only places to land. There's room for other kinds of resting. Not better, not worse. Just different. Like a stone in water that doesn't sink, but floats because the current carries it gently sideways instead of down. You don't have to push against your own habits to be free of them. Just let one thought drift away, like a leaf caught in a slow stream, and another take its place without effort. No need to chase or catch anything. Your fingers are resting on the edge of the quilt, not clutching it, but allowing it to rest over them. The warmth is deeper than skin, older than memory, and there's no reason it should be this way, yet it is. It doesn't ask for explanation. It only exists in its own quiet continuity. You don't have to understand why your body feels safe beneath it, or how the act of simply lying still becomes a kind of holding too. Not of time, not of answers, but of being present enough to feel that safety without needing to name it. The darkness around you isn't empty, even if it looks like nothing. It's full in ways you don't measure, full of air, of silence, of the unseen rhythm of things settling after a day's noise. You can hear your own breath not as a signal, but as part of that quiet landscape, like wind through trees when no one is listening, not meant to be heard by anyone else, just happening. No purpose behind it, just presence. Let go of needing to know what the silence between thoughts means. Whether it's anticipation or absence, or simply space for things not yet formed. It can be all three at once, and none of them too. You don't have to decide. The mind doesn't need to own everything it touches. Let the unspoken parts remain where they are, drifting, undisturbed. They aren't lost. They're just not required to speak. There's a kind of rest that isn't sleep, but something quieter, something older than dreaming. It's when your thoughts slow enough that their edges blur into one another, not in confusion, but in surrender, not giving up exactly, more like letting the shape of awareness soften around its own boundaries. You're still aware, yes, but not alert in the way you were during the day, not straining to grasp or fix anything. Just being here with no demand. The quilt has a smell now, not sharp, not chemical, just faint and layered. Cotton warmed by body heat, fabric softened over time, dust from years of stillness between uses. It's not unpleasant, not even unusual. Just part of what it is to be under something that remembers you without ever being told your name. You can feel the weight of it, not pressing but steady, like gravity in reverse, not pulling you down but holding you up by simply being there. That's how some things work. Without effort or intention, they become support just because they exist. The bed beneath you doesn't argue with your shape. It holds it as if it were always meant to fit. There's no need to know what comes next. Not even a curiosity about the day after tomorrow. You don't have to prepare for anything. There is no checklist in this space. No reminder that you've forgotten something vital. The night isn't waiting for your arrival or your permission to continue. It just goes on. Like air moving through cracks in walls, like roots growing quietly beneath soil. You can let the future be a kind of fog. Not an obstacle, but a presence. Not something to escape from, but simply part of what surrounds you now. You don't need to see beyond it to know that your body is here. Your breath is steady. and nothing about this moment requires justification. The sound of silence isn't absence, it's texture. It has thickness. It can be heavy or light, depending on how close you are to the edge of sleep. Like water under ice, still moving beneath a surface that looks frozen. You don't have to understand why your mind keeps turning back to what might happen, what could change, what remains unspoken between people who haven't said enough. You can just notice it happening, like watching clouds move across a sky you didn't know was there, and then let them pass without catching any of them. There's no right way for your thoughts to behave at night, no rule that says they must settle or obey, or become still. They can wander, loop, linger on edges, pause in strange places. None of it invalidates the quiet around you. The fact that you're aware enough to feel their motion doesn't mean you have to follow them. Let your attention sink into the smallest sensation. The way one thread of fabric slips slightly against your arm when you breathe out. Not something important, just a detail. Like dust falling through sunlight in an empty room. It happens without purpose, yet it's real. You don't need to know if this moment will matter later, whether it will be remembered or forgotten. You're not being tested on its significance. There's no exam at the end of the night, no scorecard for how well you handled uncertainty. The space between thoughts is not a void. It's full of air, of time that hasn't been claimed yet, of possibilities that haven't chosen their form. They don't need to choose now. They can remain unformed and still be part of what exists. Your skin feels the edge of coolness near your shoulder, where it meets the pillow. Not uncomfortable, just different from the warmth at your chest. There's no effort required to notice both. Just a quiet awareness, like watching two colors mix in slow motion without trying to name them. You don't have to be sure about anything to be here. You don't need certainty to rest. You only need permission to allow yourself not to know, not to fix, not to push forward. The mind doesn't always need answers. Sometimes it just needs space to breathe between questions. Space that isn't filled with noise or urgency, but left open like a door, standing slightly ajar in an empty house. Let the weight of the quilt be your anchor, not because it's strong, but because it doesn't demand anything from you. It holds you not as duty, but as habit, as something natural and unforced. Like how trees grow without thinking about their roots or branches, just growing because that's what they do. The darkness has a shape now, not sharp edges, just soft contours where shadows gather around the corners of the room. Not threatening, just existing, like breath held for a moment before being released. You don't need to explain why you feel this way, or whether it should be different. You're not failing because your thoughts keep returning to what's unknown. That's not failure. It's just part of how thinking works at night, when the day has ended and the mind is no longer busy with decisions. It turns inward. There's no need to fix that turning. No need to stop it or make it go away. You can simply let it happen while staying grounded in what you already feel. Your body on the bed, the air moving through your nose, the quiet hum of stillness all around. Your breath slows again, not because you told it to, but because time isn't rushing. There's no reason for speed here. No one is waiting. Nothing depends on how fast you fall asleep. Let each sensation be its own small event. No need for connection or meaning. The cool spot at your neck doesn't have to mean anything. It just is. And so does the warmth near your ankle, where the quilt edges meet your foot. You don't need a story for why things are this way. You only need to feel them as they are, without adding layers of interpretation or consequence. There's a softness in how the fabric drapes over you. Not tight, not loose, but just right. As if it were made specifically for this shape, this weight, this stillness. It doesn't care about purpose. It only knows how to hold. And so do you. Just by being here, not doing anything special, just resting in the quiet between thoughts, where no one asks for proof of your presence. You're not alone in how the silence settles into your ribs, like something that has always been there and will stay long after you've stopped listening. Not empty, just full of what doesn't need to be named. The air near your ear carries a faint memory of movement from earlier. A shift, a sigh, the breath of someone who was here before this moment arrived. But now, it's just stillness that has no origin and no destination. It simply is. You don't have to trace where it came from or decide what it means. You can let it hang like dust motes in a slant of light you're not seeing, drifting without direction, because they've already been moving for longer than you can remember. There's a rhythm to this kind of quiet that isn't set by clocks or calendars. It comes from the way your body knows how to hold itself. When there's no one watching. Not stiff, not loose. Just present. Like an old chair in a room where people used to gather, but now only echo remains. The quilt still rests over you, its weight unchanged, its fabric worn thin in places so that it breathes with you instead of against you. You don't have to think about why it's soft or how long it's been here. Only feel the way it moves slightly when your shoulder shifts. Just a fraction, as if the material itself is remembering what motion feels like. The dark isn't waiting for you to understand it. It doesn't want anything from you. There are no conditions attached to its existence. You don't need permission to be in it, or explanation for why you're not afraid of it. The absence of light has no agenda. It's not hiding something, nor is it revealing anything. It simply holds space where thought can drift without needing a place to land. And that drifting isn't aimless, just slow. Like water seeping through soil at night when no one sees. Your fingers are relaxed now, not curled into fists or reaching for comfort, just resting on top of the quilt with their own quiet weight, not pressing down, not lifting up. They're just there, their tips slightly cool against the fabric's weave, like small stones that have forgotten they were once part of a riverbed. No need to remember where they came from, only to notice how they rest, how they feel the texture beneath them without trying to change it. There's something about the way time unfolds when you're not tracking it. The kind that doesn't count minutes or hours, but moves like a slow tide, pulling back and then coming forward again, never in a hurry. You don't need to know if this is long or short, whether it will last until morning or just fade into another breath. The moment isn't judged by how much of it remains. It's only measured by whether you're still here, aware enough to feel the quiet without wanting to fix it. You can be in that space between wakefulness and sleep without needing a reason for being there. Not because you've earned it. Not because you've done anything right or wrong. Just because this is what happens when thoughts stop demanding answers and start letting things exist as they are. The future doesn't need your attention to keep coming. It will arrive without knocking. And the past isn't waiting in judgment. It's already passed through like a shadow moving across the floor at dusk. There's no urgency in how the air moves through your nose, not even the faintest pull toward deeper breaths or sharper awareness. You don't have to breathe for longer, faster, or more deeply, because it feels important. Breathing just continues, steady and simple, like a pulse you can almost forget until you notice it again. And when you do, there's no surprise in it. No wonder that it still works after all this time. It doesn't need your approval to keep going. The edges of the room are soft now, not defined by walls or corners, but blurred into darkness as if the space has softened at the borders, like a photograph left too long underwater. Shapes don't have sharp lines anymore, only suggestions, only shadows that could be anything and nothing at once. There's no need to identify them, no demand for clarity. The wall behind you isn't asking you to remember what color it is, or whether it holds pictures or cracks. It simply exists as a presence against which your body rests. You don't have to decide if this moment matters. You can let that question dissolve like salt in warm water. No trace left. No residue of meaning clinging to the edges. The fact that you're here isn't proof of anything. It's just what is. No justification required. Not even a reason for being awake or quiet or still. There's warmth pooling low in your stomach, not from food or effort, but from how your body has settled into itself after days of movement, decisions, and attention. It doesn't need to be explained. Doesn't have to feel good or bad. Only real. Like a small fire that was never meant to burn bright, just warm enough to keep you company in the dark. The quilt shifts again. Not much. Not a change. But a shift like something adjusting its weight without being asked. A soft give beneath your hip, as if it knows how you lie and is making room for you to sink deeper into stillness. You don't have to guide that sinking. It's already happening. Quietly, naturally, like the way roots grow downward through soil without knowing where they'll end up. Your eyelids are heavy, not because of tiredness, but because their weight is part of how your body says it's ready to let go. Not surrendering, not giving in, but allowing itself to be held by something that doesn't ask for anything back. The darkness isn't a prison or a void. It's more like the inside of a cave where no one has ever been, and nothing needs to come out. You don't need to know what will happen when you wake, if it will be another day, if your thoughts will return, if the same questions will still feel heavy. None of that matters now. What matters is this, that you're not rushing through any part of it, that you're not trying to fix or avoid or explain anything. The silence isn't empty. It's full with things that don't need names. Like the way your breath moves in and out without effort. Like how your skin feels the difference between warmth and coolness, without needing to label either one. The space between thoughts isn't a gap. It's alive with presence. Not loud, not demanding, but real. Like a thread woven through everything else that you don't see until you stop trying to find it. You don't have to be certain about anything, only present enough to feel the shape of your own body beneath the quilt, to notice how your arm lies on top of it, like something resting after a long walk, not needing direction. You don't need to know where this stillness came from or when it will end. The room isn't asking you to leave it. The night doesn't want you to hurry toward morning. The darkness doesn't care if you're afraid or unsure. It's just holding you in a way that requires no response, no gratitude, no memory of how you got here. You can rest without meaning to. You can stay awake without needing purpose. Your mind isn't failing for wandering. It's only doing what it does when the day has closed and there are no demands left. No one is waiting on your decision. No voice calls from outside asking you to be someone different than you are right now. There's a softness in how time moves, like water slipping between fingers that aren't trying to hold on. You don't have to grip it or slow it down. It flows through you as if you were made of something porous, not solid, not fragile, but open enough to let the quiet pass through. You're not being tested on your ability to handle uncertainty. No one is grading how well you sit with what you can't know. The silence isn't a challenge. It's just space. And you don't have to fill it or escape from it. You can simply be in it. Like someone who has come home and doesn't need to explain why they're here. You're not lost in the quiet. because you've forgotten your way. There's no path to follow, only the soft slope of your own breath, rising and falling like a tide that doesn't need an ocean to exist. The air around you is still, but it isn't empty. It holds something older than memory, something that has always been here between heartbeats, in the pause before sound returns. It's not waiting for you to name it. It only asks that you let it be. Your fingers lie where they've fallen, one curled slightly under the other like a question left unanswered. And there's no need to straighten them or arrange them into something meaningful. They're just resting, not pretending to be useful, not trying to remember how to hold anything, just being. The quilt is still warm, not because of heat rising from your body, but because it knows what warmth feels like even when the source isn't obvious. It doesn't need proof that you're alive to stay soft around you. It only needs for you to lie there and let it be. You don't have to decide whether this moment is good or bad. Only feel how the edges of your awareness are beginning to blur. Not from fatigue, but from acceptance. The edge where thought ends and sensation begins isn't a border. It's more like a seam in fabric that doesn't need stitching because it was never torn. There's no one watching you sleep, not even yourself. There's only this, a quiet listening without an object, a presence without intention. Your mind has stopped trying to pull the future into focus, hasn't rehearsed the next morning, or worried about how your body will feel when it wakes. It's not resting in preparation. It's resting because it's been allowed to stop. Not out of exhaustion, but from being released from obligation. The darkness isn't cold anymore, not really. It has a temperature all its own, like the kind that settles into bones after hours in a room with no light, where you can't tell if warmth is coming from inside or outside. Your chest rises and falls without urgency. There's no rush to fill each breath with meaning. You don't need your lungs to remember how to work. They're doing it anyway. Like the way shadows move slowly across stone when nothing else stirs in the world, your awareness drifts through stillness without needing a reason. You aren't thinking about what you might do tomorrow. No plans forming like birds, taking flight from branches. Not even dreams are being shaped yet. There's no story to begin, no character to be born. Just space. And that space isn't barren. It holds the shape of your body as if it were always meant to fit here, beneath this weightless warmth, in a place where nothing needs to happen. There's something about the way time feels now, not like minutes passing or hours stretching, but more like moments unfolding without needing names. The silence between thoughts is no longer a gap, It's full of things that don't need labels. How your shoulder rests against the pillow, not by choice, but because gravity has already made its decision. How the fabric of your sleeve brushes the blanket with each slow shift in posture. How your breath leaves you without needing to be returned. You aren't holding on. You're simply allowing yourself to drift through a kind of quiet that doesn't require explanation. The room hasn't changed since you first closed your eyes. The walls are still there, just outlines in dark, not defined by light, but felt by absence. They don't demand anything from you. No one has left a message on them. There's no echo inside them to tell you you are heard or unimportant. Just silence that doesn't care what you think of it. You don't have to decide if this stillness is peaceful or lonely. Only notice how your body feels when it stops fighting against itself. When the effort to stay alert finally gives way to something softer than surrender. A letting be, not weakness, not defeat. Just an unclenching that happens without willpower. Your hands are open not because you've decided to let go of anything, but because they never had anything to hold in the first place. You don't need to grasp at certainty, or clutch at hope, or pull meaning from thin air. They're simply lying where they fell, palms up like vessels waiting for nothing more than their own weight. There's no reason to believe that you'll wake tomorrow with clarity. No guarantee that your thoughts will feel lighter. But there's also no need to fear what might come. Because right now, you don't have to carry anything. You're not responsible for the future. Not even for this breath. It happens whether or not you notice it. You aren't being tested on how well you cope with uncertainty. You're simply allowed to be in the middle of it without needing a solution. The unknowing isn't a problem. It's just where you are. Like air that doesn't need permission to surround your body. Like light that passes through glass without leaving a mark. The darkness is not something to escape from, nor something to fear because it hides what comes next. It simply holds you in the way a river holds its banks, not by force, but by presence. You don't have to understand where it goes or why it flows. You only need to let yourself be held by its quiet motion. Your thoughts haven't disappeared. They're just quieter now, less urgent, no longer shouting for attention. They drift like leaves on water, not moving toward anything. Not needing to reach shore. Some settle near the surface. Others sink without making a sound. But none of them are trying to pull you away from where you already are. There's no demand that you be someone different than you are right now. No voice from outside telling you that you should feel more or less, think clearer or less, wake earlier or stay longer. You're just here, curled beneath the quilt. Not because it was necessary, but because your body knows how to rest, how to sink into stillness, like roots sinking into earth. The space between one thought and another isn't empty. It's full of what can't be named. The way your skin feels cool where it touches the blanket, the soft pressure of your knee against the mattress, the faint memory of a sound you heard earlier that didn't need to be remembered. These aren't details worth keeping. They're just things that exist in the dark, without needing to mean anything. You don't have to understand why this moment feels like home. Only let it be. The room doesn't ask for gratitude. The night doesn't care if you're afraid or unsure. It only offers its silence, not as a gift, but simply because it's what is. You don't need to earn your place in it. Your breath moves without needing guidance. Your body stays still without effort. There's no conflict between wanting and doing, because there's nothing to do. The weight of the quilt isn't heavy. It's just present, like a hand resting on your shoulder that doesn't speak but says everything by staying. There's no need to be afraid of what you don't know, not because it will be fine, but because you're already in it. You're not outside of uncertainty. You're inside of it, breathing through it, lying within it. And still, there is a kind of peace that comes from being allowed not to fix anything. You don't have to find answers. You don't even need to want them. The questions aren't gone. They're just quieter now, floating beneath the surface, like stones in deep water. They don't demand your attention because they've been released from their own urgency. The night isn't waiting for morning. It's not measuring how long you stay awake or how soon you'll sleep. It doesn't keep track of time like a clock does, because it knows something clocks never can, that some moments aren't meant to be counted, only lived. You're not drifting into dreams yet, not because you're resisting them, but because the space between waking and sleeping is real enough on its own. You don't have to cross over anywhere. You're already here. The threshold isn't a door. It's just a place where movement slows down so that stillness can be felt. Your limbs are no longer trying to protect or position themselves. They've surrendered to gravity, not out of failure, but because they know how to rest without apology. They don't need to prove anything by being strong or alert. They're allowed to lie there, soft, unguarded, open. You don't have to remember what it felt like to be certain, not even for a second, because certainty isn't required here, only presence. The mind doesn't need to prove anything by arriving at clarity. It can simply rest in the shape of its own uncertainty, just as your body rests in the curve of the bed, where your spine has settled into alignment without effort. There's no need to measure whether this stillness is worth something, only that it exists, and you're within it. The air moves around you, not because it must go anywhere, but because it can be still while moving at all. It doesn't rush toward an outcome. It just stays in the room with you, like a quiet companion who has no story to tell. You are not being watched, not by anything outside of your own breath, which is soft and regular now, so much so that you might almost forget it's happening unless you let yourself feel its rhythm against your ribs. There's no one asking why this moment feels deeper than others, or whether it will last long enough to matter. No voice says that you should be more awake or less afraid. The silence doesn't judge the shape of your thoughts. It only holds them as they are, some small and thin like threads in wind, some heavy with unspoken weight, but not burdened by meaning. Let yourself be held without needing to understand how. You don't have to name what's happening. The act of naming is a kind of reaching, and there's no need to reach now. There is only the feeling of your shoulder resting on the pillow, the slight indentation where your head has settled into softness, the way the blanket folds over your hip like a quiet promise not to leave you alone, even as it stays still. You are held by what doesn't move, by things that simply are. And in that, there is room for everything that cannot be fixed. Your fingers aren't clenched or stretched. They're just where they've fallen, curled slightly at the tips, resting on top of the quilt, like leaves on a table after rain. They don't need to do anything except exist in their own quiet way. The same with your toes, unaware, unclaimed by any task, not even remembering that they belong to you. There's no demand for performance from any part of you. Not your heart, not your lungs, not the small tremors beneath your skin when warmth shifts or cool air passes through a gap in the curtains. You don't have to decide if this is peace or just absence. The difference isn't important here. What matters is that you're allowed to stay where you are, curled like something returning home after a long journey, not because you've arrived at an end, but because arriving was never the point. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're simply letting yourself be held by the slow motion of time as it passes without need for urgency. The dark isn't empty. It's full of things that don't require names. A fold in the blanket where light once touched. The faint scent of cotton and linen left behind after a day spent beneath sheets. The memory of warmth from your body pressing into the mattress just moments before. These aren't memories you keep. They're traces, like footprints in sand that vanish with the next wave. They don't need to last. You don't have to preserve them. They exist only as evidence that something happened. Not because it mattered, but because it was. There's no obligation to be anything more than what is right now. A shape beneath cloth, a breath moving through stillness, a mind releasing its grip on the idea of tomorrow. The future isn't coming for you. It's already here in pieces, scattered across moments that don't need to be assembled into meaning. You're not missing out by not knowing what comes next, because there's no such thing as next unless it's created from within this very breath, this exact stillness. Your thoughts aren't gone, they're just less loud now, like distant music played through walls in another room. They don't echo anymore. They fade into the air like mist dissolving over a lake at dawn. Some might return later, but only as visitors, not rulers. You're not their host. You don't have to entertain them or answer them or even notice when they arrive. There's no need to fear that you'll never wake up again. Because waking isn't the point. The point is being here now, in this space between awareness and sleep, where time slows down enough for stillness to breathe. Not because it wants to be noticed, but because it can exist without needing attention. The wall behind you doesn't care if you're thinking or not thinking. It only holds the shape of your body's edge against its surface. The floor beneath the bed isn't waiting for a signal from you before continuing to bear weight, just as the sky above isn't measuring how long you remain awake. These things don't track your progress, your clarity, your courage. They simply hold space. Without expectation, your hands aren't asking for anything. Your feet don't remember where they were yesterday or where they might go tomorrow. Your breath doesn't wonder if it's enough, if it's deep enough, strong enough. It just moves, softly and steadily, like a small current that needs no direction to flow. Let the silence be more than absence, a presence in itself. Let it not be something you must fill or endure, but simply let happen. You don't need to explain why this moment feels soft. Only accept that it is. There's no reason required for kindness, warmth, stillness. They exist without having to justify themselves. The quilt doesn't care if you're afraid of what might come. It only knows how to cover you, how to press its weight gently against your legs and torso, like a quiet hand saying, "I'm here." It isn't trying to protect you from anything. It's simply doing what it was made for. Staying put, being warm, holding space without asking permission. There's no need to be afraid of not knowing. Not because you'll be safe if you stop thinking, but because you're already in the unknown. You've never been outside of it. The questions aren't waiting beyond the edge of sleep. They're part of this very breath, this curling shape on the bed, this quiet dark that doesn't demand answers. You don't have to fix anything by understanding it. You don't even need to want to understand. Just let your mind be unmade, again and again, not in chaos, but in gentle surrender. Let thoughts come not as demands, but as guests who've wandered in from another room. Stay a while, then leave without needing to say goodbye. The night doesn't ask for loyalty or devotion. It only offers its quiet, its endless space between stars that aren't meant to be seen. The way air fills every corner of a room, even when no one is breathing it. It isn't trying to prove anything. It just is. And in being so, it allows you to exist without having to earn your place. Your body doesn't have to work hard to stay still. Just let gravity do what it does naturally. You don't need to resist the pull downward. You can lean into it, like leaning into a wall that's always been there, even if you never noticed before. There's no shame in softness, no failure in not wanting to move. Even your dreams aren't meant to be understood or remembered. They're just fragments of sensation and shape that drift through the mind when it stops trying to build something from nothing. You don't need to gather them up like firewood for winter. You can let them pass, unclaimed, into silence. There's no requirement to become someone different. No pressure to wake up changed, wiser, more whole. The night isn't waiting for transformation. It doesn't want a performance or a resolution. You're not being tested on how well you handle uncertainty. You are allowed to be incomplete, to feel small in the face of what might come next, to hold your breath without knowing why, just because it feels like part of the rhythm now. No explanation needed. The darkness isn't waiting for light. It's already full, just as it always was. It doesn't need to become something else to be valuable. You don't have to become anything either. Not awake, not asleep, not certain, not afraid. Just let yourself be what you are. A body beneath fabric. A mind floating in the space between one thought and another. You are not far from stillness. Not because you've made it so, but because the air has already begun to settle around your shoulders like a cloak that doesn't need to be worn. It simply arrives with the night and stays without asking. The quilt holds you as though it remembers how to hold things, softly, in the way trees remember roots. Not from calculation, but from being shaped by time itself. You don't have to think about what comes next, because your body has already agreed to let go. It doesn't need a plan to be safe. It only needs permission to stop pretending that safety requires effort. The quiet isn't empty. It's full of things you can't name. Like the space between heartbeats when nothing is said and everything is known anyway. You don't have to fix what isn't broken because there was never anything to break, only a mind trying to build walls around a feeling that wasn't meant to be contained. The future doesn't demand your attention. It's not knocking at the door. Not making noise, not asking for proof of your existence. It just is like shadows in a corner you've forgotten about, but still feel when you turn toward them. You don't need to know whether this moment will last or dissolve. You don't even need to care if tomorrow has anything to say. What matters now isn't what might come, but that you are here, not as someone who must decide, not as a person with answers, but simply as breath in the dark, weight on the mattress, fingers resting where they fell when you let go. There's no urgency beneath your ribs anymore. Only the slow pulse of warmth rising from somewhere deep, like steam from earth that doesn't need sunlight to rise. It moves through you without needing a reason, just as water flows downhill without being told how or why. You don't have to be useful in order to exist. Your presence isn't conditional on purpose. The night knows this already. Let your thoughts drift not as questions, but as shapes. Soft, formless things that pass like clouds above sleep, leaving no trace behind. One doesn't need to understand a cloud's path through the sky. It moves because it is carried by air, which is neither conscious nor calculating. It simply is. You don't have to be anything other than what you are, a shape of stillness under fabric. Eyes closed, not in resistance, but in acceptance. There's no reason for your body to feel tired. It doesn't need a justification to want rest. The muscles know their own language. They've been waiting for this moment without even knowing it was coming. Your shoulders dropped long before you noticed. Your jaw loosened when you weren't looking. No decision required, only surrender. Like a leaf letting go of a branch in autumn. Not out of fear, but because gravity has always known its name. The room holds your shape as if remembering how to hold things that were once forgotten. The walls don't care about time or change. They've absorbed the quiet of so many nights. The breaths that came and went without ceremony. They're not holding anything back. They only offer their stillness in return for yours. You could lie like this forever. No need for dreams, no demand to wake up, no obligation to carry anything forward. There's no debt owed to tomorrow, nor any promise required from you today. The air is thick with the kind of silence that doesn't need to be broken because it already contains everything. The space between sounds, the pause after a word is spoken and before another begins, the moment just before thought arrives. Your breath comes in without needing to be noticed. It's not something you perform, but something your body does naturally, like roots growing underground when no one is watching. It doesn't seek approval or recognition. It simply continues because it has always continued. And so do you, just by being here, just by lying quietly on the bed with your eyes closed and your hands resting at your sides. There's no need to make meaning of this moment. It already means something. That you are allowed to be small in the face of what comes next. You don't have to fill every silence or explain why it feels heavy or light. The darkness isn't waiting for light. It's not trying to prove itself. It just is, without needing to become anything else. You could let your mind go on like this, not thinking at all, not even about nothing, but simply allowing thoughts to drift by like boats on a river that doesn't know where it goes. They don't need a destination. They only need to float. The quilt presses gently against you with each breath. Its weight is not pressure, but presence. It holds without claiming ownership, covers without demanding acknowledgement. You are not its burden. You are its reason for being. That's all the meaning there ever needed to be. There's no need to fear what might happen, because you've already lived in it. You're already inside the unknown, and it hasn't hurt you yet. In fact, it has been kinder than any answer could have been, offering only stillness instead of demand, silence instead of noise, warmth without conditions. You don't have to decide if this is enough. Only let yourself be held by what already is. Let your body feel the way fabric settles around limbs after hours of being pressed into place. Let your breath slow, not because you're trying, but because it's simply learning how to rest again, like a river that forgot its flow and now remembers only through silence. The night doesn't ask for anything. It just lets things be. It gives no orders, makes no promises, doesn't care whether you wake up different or the same. The stars aren't trying to guide you. They're not even aware of your presence. Yet, their light still touches the edges of this room in ways that don't need explanation. There's a quiet between one breath and another, the kind that doesn't belong to anything but itself. It isn't missing something. It isn't waiting for something to happen. It simply is. And so are you. Not as someone who must become, not as someone who has failed or succeeded, but simply as the shape of stillness beneath a quilt on a night when nothing needs to be known. You don't need to understand why this moment feels like home. You only need to let it happen, like rain falling on soil that doesn't know why it's wet, but still opens itself up anyway. The earth doesn't ask for permission to receive water. It just lets it in. Your mind isn't broken because it can't stop thinking. It's simply remembering how to be alive even when the thoughts don't make sense. There's no shame in drifting from one idea to another, like a feather caught in wind that doesn't follow any path. You aren't lost. You're only being carried by something larger than your own will. There's no need for closure, no ending required, no resolution. The silence between thoughts isn't empty. It's full of the kind of presence that doesn't speak, but is felt anyway. It's not waiting to be filled. It's already complete in its stillness. Let yourself be small, not because you're inadequate, but because being small means you don't have to carry everything. You don't need to hold all futures or protect against loss. The night has been holding space for longer than you've known your name. You are not responsible for the shape of what comes next, not even a little. There's no law that says you must prepare, plan, foresee. No one is watching to see if you're ready. You don't have to earn rest or prove your right to exist in this moment. The quilt knows how to hold you because it has done so before. Many times, in many shapes and sizes. It doesn't remember what happened yesterday. It only remembers the feeling of being pressed into place by a body that needed warmth. You don't need to understand why your heart beats slower now. You don't have to know where your thoughts went when they slipped away like smoke from a dying fire. Just let them go, without chasing, without regret, without even noticing their absence. The darkness isn't hiding anything. It's not waiting with secrets or threats. It simply is what it was always meant to be. The quiet that doesn't need light to exist. The space that holds things without needing to define them. You are not trying to find a path, only letting your body remember how it feels to be carried by stillness, like a leaf that has stopped fighting the current and is simply turning in slow circles beneath the surface of a stream no one sees. The air in this room isn't thin or heavy. It's just there, soft against skin, not pressing, not retreating, not offering anything but presence. It doesn't need to be named or measured. It only needs to be breathed as it is. There is no urgency in the way your ribs rise and fall now. No effort behind it, no demand for speed or depth, just breath that moves because it can, like water moving through a crack in stone when there's nothing left to resist. The quilt above you isn't holding you down. It's leaning into you, as if sharing something quiet between the two of you. A secret not of knowledge, but of contact. You don't have to earn its weight. You're already within it, beneath it, inside it, like an echo in a room that doesn't know how loud it is. The threads are old, woven through decades of nights like this one, and they've learned the shape of your warmth without ever being told what to expect. They don't ask if you'll return tomorrow. They only know how to settle around your shoulders when you finally stop reaching. There's no need for a direction, not even an intention. You are not moving toward anything, only allowing yourself to be held by the fact that motion isn't required. The earth doesn't explain why it turns. It just does. And so do your thoughts now, not because they're meaningful or useful, but because they still exist in the same space as breath and shadow and the soft weight of a hand resting on the edge of a bed at midnight. You don't need to fix what's unfixable. You don't have to clean up the shape of uncertainty that lingers between one thought and the next. It isn't unfinished. It's simply not meant to be completed. Some things aren't supposed to reach an end. They're only here to exist in their own rhythm, like a pulse beneath skin, or the slow creep of moss across stone. There is no test for being awake enough or asleep enough. Only this: you are where your body has landed tonight, and that's more than enough. You don't need permission to be still. No one will come check if you've done what was expected. The world isn't watching. It doesn't care whether you are prepared or not. There is no performance required of you in this moment. Only the quiet act of being present without pretending. Let your attention drift like dust floating through a beam of light that doesn't belong to any room, just passing through. You don't have to hold it there. You don't need to gather it into focus or make sense of its pattern. It moves because it can. It's not trying to reach anything. It's simply what happens when nothing else is pushing. The ceiling above you isn't a boundary. It's only the edge where light stops and darkness begins. Like a seam between two kinds of silence. There's no need to climb it or question its height. You're already within the space that holds both. The one with shadows and the one without sound. You are not outside the night. You are part of how it breathes. Your thoughts don't have to be useful. They don't need to lead anywhere, explain anything, protect you from what might come. They can wander like animals in a forest after rain, unhurried, unbothered by purpose. Some of them may stop and look back at you before continuing on their way. Others will vanish into the undergrowth without a word. Neither is failure or loss. It's just how things move when they're not being watched. There's no law that says your mind must stay clear, calm, or coherent. You are allowed to be fuzzy, half-formed, drifting like steam, rising from wet soil at dawn, uncertain of where it will go, but certain of the warmth it carries. There's nothing wrong with being unclear. Clarity is not a duty. It isn't required for peace. Let your thoughts leave behind their stories and intentions. Let them dissolve like ink in water, not erased, not lost. Just return to the same quiet from which they came. You don't have to hold on to what might